Hey there, this is Diane from earthfriendlyhomeowner.com. One of the most tiresome parts of a landscaping project, in my opinion, is measuring the area and figuring out all the square footage. Um, and usually you need to do this especially if you're doing something like removing turf, you're planning on doing sheet mulching, you're going to need the square footage to figure out how much mulch you're going to need, how much paper you're going to need, and roughly how much time it's going to take. So you could go outside with a very long tape measure and start measuring, or you could use Google Earth to figure those measurements out for you. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the computer. So if you open a new tab in your browser and you go to Google Maps, and then when you're at Google Maps, you go ahead and you type in the property address that you want to measure. So for me, it's going to be home, which is already in there. Okay, now this gives us the view of the property and the property outline, which can be useful sometimes if you want to go around the whole of the property. Notice that the outline sometimes is a little different from where the property actually sits, but you know, it's a start. But what I want to do is just check the size of a particular bed. So I'm going to go down here to the satellite view and switch that on. And the bed in question is this bed here, this island bed that I have around my driveway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick a point to start. I'm going to put my mouse at that point, and then I'm going to right click on my mouse to get this pop-up menu to come up. I'm going to choose this last option, measure distance. Okay, and now I want to go all the way around this bed and back again if I want to get the square footage. Well, let's just try something simple. Let's just do this straight line for right now. So now I'm going to go to the point where I want my straight line to end, right click again, and distance to here. And it tells me now that that's about 69 feet. But I can see that the line is not exactly following the line of the curb here. So I'm going to move this out. So I'm just hovering over the line. I'm holding the button down to drag it into position. And that's probably needs to go over just a little bit. So now we can see that the distance is about 70 feet. So that's good enough for me. And what I might want to do now is to make another measurement across the widest point. So I'll do a right click and then let's see, how do we do this? Right click. Okay, so now we want to do the square footage. So we're going to start at the same point again. I'm going to do effectively a right click. So we're going to do measure distance, and now we're going to come all the way around and choose a point kind of next to where we started. Distance to here. Okay, let's take it round this way, like this. There we go, and so we're just moving that line so it follows the area that we're measuring. And I'm just adjusting the line to follow the concrete area around the driveway here. I'm clicking and dragging just each point. And then I'm going to move this guy over to here. Here we are. It's probably close enough right now. And it's telling me that the total area is about 3,000 square feet, 3,127 square feet. And the total distance is about 213 feet. So now I know when I'm removing this project, this turf grass area here, I'm talking about 3,000 square foot, just approximately. So that tells me how much, from that figure, I can work out how much mulch I'm going to need, how much paper I'm going to need, and kind of roughly how much of a dumpster I'm going to need, whether I need 2 of them, 1 of them, whatever. So all this gives us good information. What I would do now is I would go outside and I would just double check those measurements, make sure that I got them right. Sometimes there are things, like for example, if I was doing the same measurement over in this area, because of the tree canopy here, it's kind of difficult to see where the lines exactly are. So you definitely need to go out and measure in the field, as it were, on something like that. But in an area like this where it's pretty open, using this method is really useful. So I hope that helps give you some quick ways of moving you forward with your project. If you want to learn more about sheet mulching and removing your turf and why that's a good idea, do listen to the podcast at earthfriendlyhomeowner.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.